In the entire history of mankind, only 24 people have traveled hundreds of thousands of kilometers from the Earth and flown near the Moon. Of these, 12 set foot on the lunar surface during 6 independent missions. We left flags, photographs, seismographs, rear view mirrors, and even cars. When we returned to Earth, we took pieces of rock, dirt, and the Moon. What if I say it's gonna happen soon? Let's know more about the inside story. NASA's program. The Moon will be one of the most popular targets in the solar system next year. No less than 7 missions from India, Japan, Russia, South Korea, and United Arab Emirates and the United States are on their way there, along with several companies. NASA's $93 billion Artemis program could steal most of the spotlight with its first launch this year as the first step in sending astronauts to the Moon. But the United States is just one of the many countries and private companies planning to soon launch a mission that marks a new golden age of lunar exploration, scientists say. More countries aiming to reach the Moon. South Korea's Korean Pathfinder lunar orbiter, for example, is the first step in ascertaining and verifying Korea's ability to explore space and obtain new scientific measurements from the Moon, said Jae Kyung-sim, a planetary scientist at the Korea Institute of Astronomy and Space. Sciences in Daejeon, South Korea, was a member of the science team that developed one of the mission's instruments. We're excited to participate in this new wave of missions this month. 4 other countries are also aiming to reach the Moon by 2022. Japan's SLIM, which is expected to launch later this year, will attempt a precision landing with a precision unmatched by any other country. The mission, or the Tokyo-based space mission, which will also launch this year, will be the country's first mission to the Moon. NASA with Masten Aero. NASA, together with Masten Aero, is getting closer to landing a commercial payload on the Moon in 2023. How did they get this fantastic opportunity? Masten received this capability from NASA to carry payloads to the lunar surface or into lunar orbit. Masten will deliver various science and technology payloads to NASA, with space available on the lander for additional commercial payloads. The project itself was slightly delayed due to the COVID pandemic, but they still plan to land on the Moon in 2023. By 2021, the 2 companies are already working on the first phase, including the completion of the concept design. The biggest challenge will come in the second phase, where engineers must find solutions to withstand the harsh lunar conditions. However, they want to finish the second stage next year. 2 moon landers. There are 2 moon landers in this project. The first is called Xylene, which is being created in collaboration with NASA's Lunar Catalyst program. Xylene was developed using Masten's knowledge of vertical launches and NASA's experience with vertical rocket landings. This lunar lander will carry NASA scientific material to the Moon's South Pole in 2023, also with a commercial payload. The second lunar lander is called Zeus. This is one of the Masten concepts that they developed a long time ago. He was able to demonstrate the delivery of heavy cargo to the Moon. Zeus was specifically designed to allow easy access to the lunar surface after landing to unload large payloads. The technology used by the MAS is mainly based on reuse, reducing costs and increasing the reliability of future missions. When the Aero MAS lands on the Moon, it will be another success for MGM Compro as the main supplier of speed controllers for the project. We believe that everything will go according to plan and that 2023 will be a successful year for Masten and NASA. Das Artemis program. As the mission concludes, the 32-stage Space Launch System rocket lifts off and a single passenger with 3 dummies attached to the Orion capsule. This is the first photograph of the Moon taken by a manned spacecraft since Apollo 17 in December 1972. The Das Artemis program is designed to send humans to the Moon and eventually Mars, but unlike the Apollo program in the 1960s, Artemis was an international project. The Artemis 1 lunar rocket could launch for lunar exploration as early as July 26th, but the agency has put together dozens of launch options on December 22nd and even more lunar launch options in June 2023. The budget. Engineers were working to repair a hydrogen leak in the supply line and found the faulty O-ring seal, which has been replaced, NASA said in a May 13th blog post. The mission's start date will also determine how long Orion will be in space. Missions last between 26 and 28 days or between 38 and 42 days. Meanwhile, the space agency also plans to develop a low-orbit commercial space station after expanding the service of the International Space Station until 2023. The budget includes $224 million for the future space station, double the 2022 budget. NASA is sponsoring the mission through the commercial Lunar Payload program, which pays private companies to send science experiments to the Moon. NASA paid $93.3 million for the Blue Ghost mission, which will deliver 10 payloads to the Mare Crisium pool on the Moon in September 2023. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel for more videos just like this. See you next time.